just it's awesome to come together with the people of God and for God to reaffirm who your identity is, who you are. We all venture out on a quest trying to figure out, who am I? And we try to find an identity, or we find an identity in our job or in our status. And when we're young, if you play sports, then you find your identity, and hey, I'm this guy, or I'm that guy, or my daddy's rich, or my daddy's poor, or my daddy's a drunk, or I got a problem, or we go through all these identity crises, and we spend our lifetime trying to find out, who am I? And only until we begin to get into a relationship with the God who made you can you begin to understand who you are. Because if you're looking for identity in anything else, in anyone else, or any other person, or any other aspect, friend, you're always going to end up empty. It's kind of like drinking a diet soda or eating a sugar-free candy bar. It looks like it. It kind of looks like a chocolate bar. It's got all these little aspects in it, and you're like, oh, it kind of smells. And then you take a bite of it, it's like, something ain't right. This just ain't doing it for me. And it leaves you wanting more because you didn't get the real thing. And that's what happens when we go out in pursuit of an identity of who am I, and God, who are you, and what is the meaning of life? And you don't start filling yourself up with that which is nourishment, real nourishment. Jesus said, I'm the bread of life. You can eat all this stuff. You can drink all that stuff. I want to tell you what, if you're really thirsty, don't bring me a Coca-Cola. I want to tell you, don't bring me a cup of coffee. Don't bring me anything else but a glass of water, because that's the only thing that's going to replenish and to rejuvenate my life. I mean, when you 98% water, you ought to drink a little more water. Come on, amen. Monkey. Amen. I get on people all the time. You drinking your water? Well, no, I drink cranberry juice. I drink apple juice. I drink coffee, or I can drink tea. I drink a lot of tea. I want to tell you need water. And Jesus is the water of life. If your soul's thirsty and you're barren and life's coming undone and you just don't seem like you have any direction, or you're full of anxiety and you're just not having purpose in your life, you wake up and you're defeated and you're overcome with the stresses and the strains of the world, you ought to get there at the table of God, eat some bread of life, and drink from the water of Jesus Christ. That's the only way you're going to get lifted back up. That's the only way you can get filled up. That's the only way that's the only thing that's going to take care of that inner longing. And I'm not talking about religion. I'm certainly not talking about going to church. Come on. I'm not that guy that's going to say, well, you need to come to church. And people come to me and apologize when I ain't seen them for a while. I'm sorry I ain't been in church. I'm sorry you can't be in church if you are the church. Are you alive? Is Christ in you? Then you're in church. Oh, I had a good conversation with my nurse over at the VA, and she goes, one of the black churches over here in town, and I wanted her really bad to come to my church because we was having church. Boy, she was encouraging to me. And we got to talking about the Lord and talking about the things of God and just the goodness of God and how He's taking care of this. And she was encouraging me, and I was preaching, and she was encouraging me. I was preaching more, and we were just having a good time right there. You're not supposed to have a good time. Not at the doctor. But we was excited about the Lord, who the Lord was. I said, we're having church. Isn't that awesome? It's not where you go. It's not what color you are. It's not what denomination you are. It is a Spirit-filled, baptized believer. That is the church. And guess what? Only Jesus can make you a member. Only Jesus can make you a member of the church. It's not my church. We sure like your church. It ain't mine. You want to have a messed up church? Be a part of a church that has a man at its head. You want to be blessed? Amen. You want to have an encounter with the King of Glory? Then be a part of a church where Jesus is the head. Anything else is just going to leave you like a sugar-free candy bar.